Oh. Hola! We're going glove mad.
Oh, we are.
Because it's now winter, isn't it?
It is.
And the weather is drawing in. Not that you would ever know it down in Cornwall, because it's done nothing but rain for months.
Oh, it's gonna.
But now it's getting colder.
Apparently, the rest of the UK is today's. If you're in the UK, you know today's the day that it's going to be covered in snow.
Oh.
Oh. So let's talk about winter gloves.
Yeah. So I have never been a fan of winter gloves. I always wear summer gloves all the year round. But for some reason, the moment I hit 30, my brain said you need to be warm all the time. No, I've got to the stage where I used to like feeling cold because you could always put something on warm. Hated feeling really hot because you couldn't get out of your own skin. But now I really like the warmth. And I'm fed up with getting off my bike, having ridden in the rain, predominantly in this country, and then my hands being covered in the ink from the gloves that are summer gloves, or my hands literally freezing. So I wanted something decent. And the trouble is, when you try and find gloves, they're very divisive, aren't they? Everybody's got an opinion of what you should wear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of snobbery out there from everybody's point of view, not just people viewing, you know, us as well, internally about, oh God, they're wearing that hasn't got a name on it, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I had a go at trying to find the gloves I wanted to wear.
You did?
And I found 2 pairs of gloves. So I've got my summer gloves, my Ferrigan James F30 gloves. D30 gloves. They are my go-to gloves for anything. I absolutely love them. But when it gets cold and it gets wet, specifically wet, they wet out because they're not waterproof. And then you try and grab the clutch or the brake and you start slipping. I've noticed that I slip on the lever. Yeah, I know.
We're doing charades.
That was going all the way up there to say, oh, yeah, takes a while. So I wanted a set of some gloves. So I was talking to a couple of mates in my workplace who ride bikes for a living. And these kept coming up as a top pick. And these are, now I want to get the name right, these are the Richa City Gore-Tex mixed glove. They're short gloves, and I really like short gloves. I'm not a fan of long gloves, but these are insane. Now, the recommendation that I had was from a couple of people that work for the emergency services that ride bikes all the time, and their glove of choice at home and some for their riding for work is these. And the 2 people that quite separately recommended them said they have never, ever, ever, and they kept saying ever, had wet hands or cold hands when they've been wearing these. So these are waterproof and breathable, and they've got stretch zones and knuckle pads and God knows what else. But I find that they just sit just right. My fingers are at the end. They work with... I don't like those gloves where you've got all this at the end. My fingers are right at the end.
That's because they're not the right size.
Right at the end, they've got loads of protection on the knuckle. They've got protection on the palms and stuff, albeit just extra bits of leather. Neoprene here, so it makes it soft. You've got your adjuster, so you adjust it around your wrist. This looks like it would get water in.
Go.
Yeah, but you could put nuts and things in there, you know, chip it up as you're riding along and catch it. You think it would get wet in there. It doesn't get wet, but it allows it to bend like that. They're so comfortable, and there's enough padding in there that it doesn't... I don't like gloves where you can't actually feel what you're doing. I can feel what I'm doing, but I know that there's padding in there because usually I haven't got any padding in there at all for warmth. But I wore these the other day. I've worn them quite a bit, but I wore them the other day in the cold, out on a session with an associate, came back, we were having coffee, went back to the bike, about half an hour later, put them on and they were still toasty warm in there.
Nice.
Never got wet. Now these are Gore-Tex. People will buy Gore-Tex gloves and then what they'll do is they'll ride around on their motorbike thinking, oh, my hands are getting cold, so I'll put the heat grips on. The heated grip apparently changes the way that the Gore-Tex works. So
in the wet?
In the wet.
So Gore-Tex is designed to take the moisture from sweat or the heat from your hand and push it out. That's the way it works. If you put your heated grips on, it reverses that effect.
Pushes it in.
So it sucks it in like a big
so
sponge.
it's almost like if this is your grip, heat, that's replicating the heat from your hand, pushing it away. So that's pushing it up into your glove.
You just get wet gloves.
Yeah, so turn your heated gloves off if you were using gore-tex gloves. If you don't believe me, have a try and then see how you get on, because you will notice a difference. But these are so comfortable and so warm. The only thing I don't like about these, because there is always something, isn't there?
Everything's a compromise.
Yeah. Two things. Love the fact that they've got little clips that you can put there, but when you go to put them on, now you've got that clip in there, which sometimes is a bit of a pain. But my biggest bugbear is, Richa, please, can you stop putting this rubber piece of rubbish on the forefinger so that you can clear the visor? I've never ever used it, never ever will use it, because it all goes all folded and never clears anything.
Just run your finger
But what
across
it does do is when you think, oh, I've got an itchy nose, open the visor, slice your nose open. Every time. Please remove that. Apart from that, awesome gloves. And then my next pick for myself are these Richa.
Were they joined together with that?
Yes, they were, yeah. Richa Hurricane Gore-Tex gloves. Now, the reason I got these is because the Richa, bear in mind, I went up a size, and normally a large, these are extra large and they fit snug, so you will need to go up a size. These are more true to your normal size because they're thinner. They've got lots of knuckled protection on there. They have got a tiny little bit of protection on your little tiny finger as well. They've got D30 on this bit of your hand as well, or is it that bit? What's that? What's that special thing called? That
palm of your hand.
No, the Knox had it, and you said it was a
scaphoid protection.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's full scaphoid protection, but it's right on the edge there. It's got stretchy material and it's made of leather.
Are these like a mid-season glove, like a spring?
I would say that they probably are. From my experience, they are waterproof.
They're definitely not as warm as them.
Not got wet, but they are not as warm as the City. But they are much more manageable, because when you put them on, they're so much thinner, it's like wearing summer gloves. Mm-hmm. But I wanted a pair of longer ones to go up into the Navala
jacket.
Oh, what's it called?
Sleeve.
Yeah,
Cuff.
Cuff. They've got a special name,
What
I
else
can't
name
remember.
should we give it?
But I haven't found a problem wearing the short gloves, but I wanted, if it is a slightly warmer day, see, I get cold hands, but not extremely cold hands. So these are kind of riding for quite a while in cold weather, especially if we're doing reviews on bikes, because on the RT it's very good at protecting your hands. Mm-hmm. And I had a GSA 1300 yesterday when my bike was in for service, and blimey, that was cold because I wore the wrong gloves. But these are really, really comfy. There's no adjuster here at all, only that adjuster, and I find that a little bit cumbersome sometimes, and I'm not sure whether that's why sometimes on my right hand, because I make sure I'm not gripping tightly, I get a bit of numb hand, because perhaps I'm doing that too tight.
That buckle.
Yeah, the buckle's probably right on that.
Just on the nerves.
Yeah.
If you run your finger down there, you'll feel the nerves.
Yeah, perhaps I'd cut it off. But they're really, really good. These are, now what have they got them on Sports Bike Shop? 130 quid down to £110, but they are really comfortable mid-season gloves, I would say. If you're hot-blooded, they'll do for winter. The other ones, the City gloves, are £100 down to £85. And I'm favouring both of them at the moment because it's not the weather to be wearing summer gloves for me. So they are my top picks for the winter. What's your top pick, Mark?
These are my Knox gloves.
Oh.
I don't know what they're called. Can't remember what the name was now. But I'm trying to find the name. There must be a name. Anyway, okay, so Knox waterproof, that's it, Knox waterproof glove. And these I got from Apex 66, you know that?
Oh, did you win them?
I won them.
Mark.
And I only look at, whenever I go on Apex
This man is so lucky.
I
I only want to win a bike every week.
I looked on there and I thought they look pretty good because I got some Harvest and Lush Gel gloves off them, which are like a mid-season.
They were quite nice.
They are. The trouble is I got the wrong size. But they are very nice. They're very, very nice.
Yeah,
actually.
they've not got them on Sports Bike Shop by the looks of it.
No. So anyway, so waterproof gloves. I had a pair of BMW gloves. I must have had about 4 pairs of them now. You know the dual ones where they're waterproof on one side and they can act as a summer glove.
Yeah.
Really, really nice gloves, but they were just getting a bit old. I think they're about 4 years old. So I was very lucky enough to win these, and I'm really pleased with them because I ride quite often late at night, and these are really nice. Hands have not wet out. They're not gore-tex. There's no gore-tex signs on them, but it's their Knox's version of it, I suppose. Now, Knox are well known for their what do they call it? The Android glove that looks really funny with the bones going down there.
Oh, what with they've got the
and the boa? Is it boa?
Oh, I can't remember
Whatever
it twists.
Anyway,
doesn't it,
so
tightens
this hasn't got that, but it has this tightening little rascal here. So that's how it works. You just pull it like that.
So how's it loosened then?
And then you just do that.
Well, that's quite good.
It's really easy.
See, that would be better than this because that is taking away the pressure just on that one point,
that's
isn't
where
it?
this is a long glove, obviously, so it fits up inside. But all you do is you pull it like that, pull up, and then it's velcroed over.
Wow.
Now this goes underneath my Klim jacket.
Yeah.
Very, very comfortably. Generally, unless it's really raining, I just wear it over the top. You know, have it just sat over the top because there's nothing there. But critical to Knox is they have got this thing, their scaphoid protection system, which are these two things here. And that's there because when you come off your bike, invariably, you're going to put your hands down. Now, most gloves have some kind of extra leather padding there.
It's not going to last long, is it?
This is like I suppose it's some kind of a nylon. So when your hand goes down, it will scrape, and it's designed to protect the scaphoid because this is what you're going to smash it when you put your hands down. But lots of leather on them, touchscreen sensitive, and I know Toby doesn't like the fact that there's a bit of material in the end.
A bit of material. Can I just borrow your glove a minute, Mark? What size are these?
These are massive. These are extra large, I think.
So it shows how different they are. Those sets of gloves are extra large. That's extra large, and look at that. I can't get my fingers in anymore.
My fingers are right at the end, you see. So I haven't got...
Have you got long fingers?
Have a look at them.
My God.
They don't straighten either. But this has one of those little visor wipe things there, which is even more awkward because it means you have to do that if you're doing it.
Just use DrySparkle. You won't need it.
Or pledge.
Or pledge.
But if I have to wipe my visor, I just use my finger. Or turn my head to the side.
Or on the RT, go like that.
So, really, really pleased with them. Very warm. I don't wear have the heated grips on with them. And they are exceptionally waterproof. I can testify to that. So that's my winter pick.
Yeah. So we'll have to try and find some links to there. Sports Bike Shop do those. We'll put a link to Sports Bike Shop so you can go straight to them. But they're just really nice gloves.
Thank you, Apex 66. Cheers, lads.
Thanks, Sports Bike Shop, even though I paid for them. But I really like those.
They are comfortable.
Yeah,
gotta admit.
really like those.
And you weren't, how much did you say they were?
These are 85. They're down to 85 quid at the moment on Sports Bike Shop.
See, I'd have to get a bigger hand set than those. Look at that. That's my...
Yeah. I might have to cut that thing off though. Yeah, it drives me mad that they put that on there.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody ever use that? Perhaps tell us in the description. Does anybody ever use that?
Look at that one on there. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we go. Gloves.
Great gloves. Have a think about what you want to get. I know that it's always money, but when you're riding your bike and you're worried about your hands freezing or something not feeling right on your body, that's when everything goes wrong because you can't stop worrying about it and your attention goes and you get tired. So, yeah, we'll catch you in the next video if you come and see us after watching this.
See you in a bit.